Hi there. Let's work a little bit today on some words that can be confusing. Okay? To start with, we're going to work with words finished with the suffixes ik or ikal. Okay? So we're going to do this in parts. And for each letter, we have two options. So the first one, we have historic and historical. So one of the words means significant or important in history, and the other word means related to study of history. So now you are going to decide which one you are going to use to complete the gaps. And let's check this first part. Martin Luther King gave a historic here, historic speech in Washington. The film was based on historical facts, not fiction. So, historic means significant or important in history, and historical related to study of history. Now, let's see economic and economical. One of the words means efficient in terms of money or resources, and the other means related to the economy, trade, or finance. So we can say that cooking at home is more economical than eating out, and that the country has a lot of economic problems because it's related to economy, trade. All right, let's go to the next block. Now we have classic and classical, and magic and magical. So the first word, it's a word that is related to ancient cultures or traditional styles, right? So here we can say that Beethoven and Mozart are two of the most famous composers of classical music. And we say that Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice is a classic novel that's still loved today because it's something of the highest quality. Now we're gonna do with magic and magical. A magician often uses something that is related to magic or illusions. In this case, we're gonna use a magic. So they uses a magic wand. And the snow made the sea look magical. That means wonderful, beautiful, full of emotions, something kind of Disney, you know? Good. And now let's go to the last pair of words, sorry, that is electric and electrical. So she wants to study electrical engineering because this word means related to electricity or its science. And we bought a new electric bike. Something electric is powered by electricity. Now, I will tell you some words and you are going to decide between historic or historical. Occasion. Historic. Novel. Historical. Document. Historical. Now between economic and economical. Okay? Car. Economical. Development. Economic. Crisis. Economic. Now let's see some words and we're going to decide between classic and classical. All right? So the first one is architecture. Classical. Car. Classic. Ballet. Classical. Now, between magic and magical. Moment. Magical. A trick. Magic. Feeling. Magical. Good. And to wrap up this part, electric and electrical. Guitar. Electric. Company. Electrical. Toothbrush. Electric. Good. So to practice, we are going to work on this activity here. You are going to choose some situations and talk about them without mentioning what it is. So here I have a historic event in your country, a historical place you visited or would like to visit, an economic problem people are facing in your country, an economical habit you would like to learn, a classic fashion trend that you think should come back, a classical subject, for example, Latin, Sanskrit, you would like to learn more about, a magic trick, a magical moment in your life, an electric device, an electrical problem you've had at home. I will give you an example. So, I think this would be very useful in my work because I would understand how many words were created, you know, because we know that English is made by 2 or even 3 previous languages. and then we were created this classical one. All right? So you are going to choose your subjects and talk about it without mentioning what it is. And remember that if you need any help or more exercises to practice, just get in touch. Thank you. Bye.